Alright, yo, it's boy Yosh Kid Neo, and we are back with more D&D action in the world of Boridil. Alright. That's the first time I came back and no one was saying anything. That's kind of strange, but okay.
Dun dun
Sorry, I
dun.
was eating.
Yeah, your stuff in your face. I'm just joking. But not really. Anyway, so, the last session when we were the good guys, you guys had gone into the mountains in order to have Siege meet with the goblins and all types of stuff like that. Upon meeting with the goblins, your old pal Shazir showed up and had the amulet that Miranda or Nara had tried to steal the night before for a lump sum of cash from the council members of Iris. Since she could not find said amulet, she reported that more than likely Shazir had it, and this is confirming your suspicions because he, in fact, had it around his neck. What followed after he approached was the dragon Fragon, who you could tell was under the influence of some magic, and he was not in his right mind, probably marijuana or something like that. You know how dragons be. Anyway, he proceeded to attack the big group of clustered individuals in front of him, leaving Oswald at the very edge of the fire just to give him a little taste of what was about to happen. And the goblins and Siege had all fallen, and yeah, it was looking pretty brutal. It looks as if this whole council meeting thing was pretty much done at this very moment. But luckily, you guys were able to kill Shazir because two people no hold person for whatever reason, and both were using it, and that motherfucker couldn't move. So, yeah, you guys did real good at killing Shazir. Solid work. I'm trying to find some music to go with the background. That's too good. Anyway, so after this all happened, you guys decided to lick your wounds back in Irisk and figure out what was going to happen. Vraz had told you guys that he would meet you guys in 4 days as he tried to make sure the Kobolds would agree to an alliance or even the thought of an alliance. As you guys returned back to the to the city of Irisk, there was Midrith standing, challenging Frdraig to a duel to the death. Frdraig got off his horse and approached her. She went in to swing, but Oswald had blocked it out of the way, saying that this was not a fair fight. And Frdraig kind of didn't say anything and was just like, let her do what she wants. When she went in for a second strike, he summoned his blade out of nowhere and disarmed her and said, you don't know what you're doing. You should probably stop before you hurt yourself. And she said this wasn't over and proceeded to run. She would have jumped, but she didn't know how the ring that Jeff threw to her worked, so, you know. But anyway, then you guys spoke with the council about some things, most notably the alliance that was about to happen. A few days passed, and Siege and Raymond had approached, and Siege was speaking with the council in private. Raymond talked with Oswald a little bit about some stuff, and then the day of the big council meeting between the 4 factions came to be, I guess would be better to say. And you guys went and joined that. No one really said anything about it, which, in all honesty, I was expecting you guys to talk about it. But you did. That's fine. So they all made their own treaty and stuff. The goblins and the kobolds would mine the mountains and give the materials to Siege's men and the blacksmiths of Irisk. And they would fashion weapons, armor, and different jewels and such to give to each of the faction members as well as the dragons to make sure they didn't go on a rampage. At this point, Siege had gotten a message from his thingy, from his little owl whistle, saying that his fortress was under attack. And so he left as quick as he could with his army You guys offered your assistance, and he said he should be fine because he's got a majority of his forces with him. And they left the Dragonrend Mountains. It was at this point that a couple more things happened. Jurum lost in an arm wrestling match against Octa, and at that point realized that he was getting too old for this job and decided he was going to stand down as the council member and hold a tournament in a couple days to find out who would replace him. He also announced that Verdraig would be taking on the mantle of the leader of the Adventurers Guild, which would be mainly trying to set up different trade routes with other cities and towns that are within the vicinity, as well as helping Siege build up the harbor for overseas trade and such in the future. With that, Verdraig and the party had some touching words as they parted ways and said goodbye. Anara specifically didn't say anything, and then everybody got their stuff into their cart and proceeded to move on. So, with that, you guys are just outside of Irisk. I need to know who is navigating, who is driving the cart. Because you guys, I'm assuming you guys are probably, one person's on the cart steering it, the rest of you are on the horses that you have, and Bill is on his hellhound. So I need to know who is navigating, I need to know who is keeping watch, and I need to know who is driving.
At this point, I think it's a ram.
Oh, yeah, it is a ram. So you're
Oswald.
riding your ram.
Oswald wouldn't mind keeping watch.
Okay. That is true. Miranda will keep watch. Octa will drive.
Do Octa things.
Yeah, she'll drive. She feels like driving today. She's doing a thing. So let me open up Miranda's character sheet real fast. Oswald, I need a perception check from you.
Whip. Whip.
Holy shit.
Oh, you're on. So you okay? There we go. Okay, cool. All right,
19
so
plus 8. Get it.
I'm not sure if anybody had read the travel rules, but you can pretty much go at a nice easy pace, about 24 hours until you have to make camp or face exhaustion. So if that is the pace you guys are going, it will take you 3 days to get to Cragstorm. If you want to go faster, you'll face penalties to your perception checks and navigation checks, but you'll get there faster. Or you can go there slower and get bonuses on your perception and navigation checks. But you are traveling by road, so I don't think it should be too much of an issue for you guys to need to go slow. So what I'm asking is, do you guys as a party want to travel fast or slow?
I'm all for falling into a trap, so let's haul ass.
Does anyone else have anything to say?
GF would like it to go at a moderate pace.
All right. Would Verdraig like to not actually be here? Never mind.
Got him.
Yeah. Moderate. I've got 2 for moderate, 1 for fast. Nishan says that he wants to go moderate because, you know.
I still need a rush myself, so I'd go moderate.
Okay, so Adeline's the only one that wants to go balls to the wall, and everyone's like, chill out, dude. We'll end people suffering later.
Fair enough. We have to end suffering in all haste.
Okay, so as you guys are going, your first day, you exit the mountains. You notice that the air quality sort of changes. Like, it's not as dusty. It's a lot more, like the sky's a little more blue without the overcast of the mountain. The birds are starting to chirp because you can see a forest ridge, like the forest edge in front of you. You can hear what sounds like a river in the distance. That's coming from your, I guess at this point it would be the west. So you can hear the river to your west. It smells like nice fresh air. stuff like that. And you notice that this road has seen, it seems like there's a lot of caravan tracks, carts, horse hooves, all types of stuff, which on your way into Iris you didn't see much of this, but now that you're leaving you see quite a bit of it. You know, Cragstorm is down to the south, so you start heading that way. Let's see, I want to make sure I get this right. So you get about right there before you guys have to make camp. So while you're making camp, I need 3 people to take shifts. Nishan will take the second and third shift because he only needs 4 hours of sleep. So who would
What
like
time?
to take the first shift?
What time is it?
At this point, when you guys start breaking down for camp, it's about 11 o'clock at night.
I will take the first shift with my trusty owl.
Alright, so you and Anara end up staying up. Yeah, you both end up staying up. You feel that 3 sets of eyes is better than 1, especially since one of those can't see in the dark, aka Jeff.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll perception checks for me. Jeff, you'll use your owl, which you should have access to.
Yes.
Yes. Oh yeah, it automatic. I can change that later. Alright, so as you're camping out on the side of the road, you don't really, like, you hear crickets and you hear like other owls hoo hoo, as you know, they are doing their nocturnal things of feeding and such. But other than that, besides the running water to your south, you don't hear anything out of the ordinary or see anything out of the ordinary. On the next shift, Nishan will perceive. Yeah. So you guys, as Nishan wakes up from his trance, he comes and asks you guys if you guys saw anything, and you proceed to tell him that nothing out of the ordinary happened. Pretty average stuff. It doesn't seem like this area is populated with anybody or anything that wants to do harm to travelers. And so he decides that he'll, you know, take the next 2 watches alone because no one else wanted to help. They wanted to sleep. And he doesn't see anything out of the ordinary either. The next morning, as you guys take on the same formations and such. Oh, I meant to cue up this music. Sorry. There it goes. I like
Hello,
this
Mr.
better.
DJ. How are you?
He's chirping. Alright, anyway, so the next morning, as you guys all wake up from your slumber and begin to hit the road, you are on the road, and in front of you, you can see a group of people. From this distance, they look like a bunch of common folk. There's probably about 3 or 4 carriages that are being pulled in the line, each one being pulled by 2 horses each. And they're going at a pretty slow pace. It looks like they don't have anywhere to be in a hurry. But there's probably, I don't know, 12 to 15 commoners in this caravan. You guys are about 300 feet away, and you're just sort of riding along, and you keep on looking. As they get closer and closer, one of the gentlemen hops on his horse and breaks the formation and sort of rides up close to you guys. Sort of turns around, and he's walking side by side with your cart. Hello, friends. Where are you headed, might I ask?
Just a little south of here to a town called Cragstorm.
Oh, Cragstorm. You got business there?
Just traveling. Just
Oh.
traveling. Just you heard there's a place we want to go check it out.
Very well. We're actually leaving from Cragstorm now.
Oh, okay. What can you tell us?
Well, right now it's kind of a dark day for Cragstorm, to be honest. There's some sort of sickness going around. No one really understands where it came from. It kind of just started a couple months ago, but the the royalty, the royal family there is not taking too lightly to this whole epidemic, and anyone that has even a cough has been kicked out of Cragstorm to live in the slums outside. You're not even allowed to get into Cragstorm unless you have a doctor's note saying that you've been checked out for this virus.
Oh, that's what's the virus do exactly?
Well, we're not quite sure. We know it takes a mental toll on you, that's for sure. The people that have contracted this virus seem to go into almost a rampage, if you will. They lose track of who they are as a person, and they pretty much attack any. They're very aggressive, and they attack anyone that approaches them because they think that they're going to get hurt. So we're thinking it puts some sort of illusion on their mind, and well, we just can't afford to get checked out from the doctor, and yeah, so we're leaving.
Okay. So my name is Jeff.
Oh, very nice to meet you, Jeff. How do you say it again?
Jeff.
They call me Jeremy.
Oh, nice to meet you. Okay. So, do you know anyone in town we could speak to?
Well,
I don't know.
there's plenty of
Getting
people,
in.
but if you're gonna get in the right way, you're definitely gonna have to talk to the doctor himself and, try to figure out like how much it's gonna cost you to get checked out. A group of you probably shouldn't be too bad, maybe 6,000 gold.
What? I must have misheard that. That's 6 followed by many zeros.
Yes,
6,000?
correct. Which, as you can see, I don't have enough money to pay for everyone here. So, but judging by you, you all look relatively wealthy. You should have no issues.
Okay.
Where would this doctor be?
In all honesty, I don't know his exact house layout, but if you approach the guards, they will turn you to him directly.
What about you? Where are you and your caravan going? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, since we don't have anywhere to live in Cragstorm, we're thinking about heading up north and seeing what the towns have to offer on the way. We've heard of the Dragonborn city of Iris, but I don't know if they like humans or not. I wish you guys had a Dragonborn that could tell me more about it, but it doesn't seem that you do.
Oh, we actually just came from there.
Oh, and do they take refugees of any sort? Do you know?
I'm not sure about refugees, but we help them out with a small issue. We could give them we could give you our word, and they might be able to help you out. Tell them that we sent you.
Oh, okay. I'll tell them that Jeff had told me about them, and we'll see if maybe we can find work or something there.
Okay.
Very well. It was lovely chatting with you, and at this point you noticed that their caravans had sort of stopped to the side, and Octa had stopped yours to the side, so all your caravans are kind of right there. You get a better look, and it does look like these were all craftsmen. There's a lot of different craftsman tools like saws, hammers, a bunch of planks and such in their caravan. You also see that it's not just humans, it's a majority of humans, but there's also what looks to be a black tabaxi, which is a catfolk type person. There's a couple half-elves and a single dwarf with them.
Okay. I tell them to go speak to, what was that lady's name?
What was who?
Edisot? Yeah.
Oh,
tell them
Edisot, yeah.
Yeah. Tell them to seek out Edisot.
Edisot, okay, will do. Find Edisot, tell her Jeff had told us about this place, and see if we can
also
find
look
work.
for Drake. Look
And
for another.
Drake.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can see that this gentleman, he was looking kind of glum at first. He enjoyed seeing another group of people on the road, but now he's just, like, you can tell that he's somewhat glowing. He's very happy at this news that they might have found a new place to live. Well, I don't think I could ever thank you. I really hope that these Dragonborn are as kind as you say they are, because we're skilled craftsmen, so hopefully they can, find a way to use us and give us a home.
Yeah, me as well. Wish you the best of luck, and don't mention it. No big deal. No big deal. No problem.
Very well. Well, thank you again, Jeff. Other fellow travelers, you all have a wonderful trip.
Enjoy yours as well.
All right. So, yeah, you guys go ahead and sort of get back in formation. This gentleman joins his formation, and you guys part your ways. Go ahead, and I need Oswald and Miranda to roll perception again. Okay. So it's a nice clear day, so there's not really anything to note out of the ordinary anyway. Let's see. Alright, so you guys are right. Yeah, what Bill is... So you get it right about there when you start to camp out. As the sun's going down, you do see a familiar tower in the distance. It looks quite shitty. It's like a very run-down tower. The tower that Trobius was living in when you guys went to go and save Ferdraig. It brings back the memories that you guys have had with Ferdraig as he's no longer adventuring with you guys since he decided to hang out with his family and such. But now, yeah, you kind of realize there is something missing about your group, and hopefully you guys can fill the void. We'll probably... Well, yeah,
Does
except-
Oswald notice this? Because, you know, Oswald doesn't have the... He wouldn't be feeling this because he didn't know for
Yeah.
Drake that long.
Oswald wouldn't really care. He would notice this tower and just see that it's a pretty shitty, uninteresting tower. But the rest of the group knows about it. So if you would like to speak about it, you can. And if
Well, I mean,
not,
did I
then I'll
notice
continue.
their Did I notice their downed mood or?
Go ahead and roll insight. You can kind of see that, like, they look upon the tower, and you see Nishan and Okta give, like, kind of a chuckle, and they begin to talk with each other about, remember that time that that dude rolled into Irisk and turned for Drake into a fucking rabbit, like a giant rat or a tiny rabbit, and then he stole him to that tower? And Octa's like, yeah, that was hilarious. And then we fed him that carrot, and he had the rabbit ears for a little while. Good times. So you see them reminiscing about an event that you were not a part of. I would assume Jeff, unless he is emotionless like Adeline, would probably crack a smile.
I still remember I have a few carrots in my bag.
Sounds good, Miranda. I'll make sure that if she can forge a note that she will. Bill, is Adeline emotionless? I just kind of assumed he kind of was.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Hey,
Based on your backstory, he was.
Right.
So
maybe some rage there down deep, but by burying it so far, it just turned into emotionlessness.
truth. Okay, so yeah, the same folks will end up taking watch. No need for perception checks or anything. It's a pretty well lit night with the full moon out. I think it's full moon. Let me recheck my calendar. Yeah, it is a full moon. So yeah, full moon, you guys see pretty well. Even Jeff in his normal state without his owl is kind of able to see just a little bit. Not as good as his owl, obviously, but still pretty good. And there's really no like large creatures that live in this area. It's mostly like deer and elk and such, hanging out around the little riverbed and stuff. Yeah, there's a couple rabbits here and there. So on your final day of travel, you guys are heading down the road, and you come across, in the distance, you can see a couple trees that have been sawed off, probably by lumberjacks making a house or a cabin or something. But you see a gentleman that's kind of ducking behind a tree and peering around. You guys see him, see his back, and he's looking further down the road, kind of cautiously, very cautiously. And in the distance, you do see a couple tents and what looks like a lit fire. What do you do?
Wait, was he looking at us or looking?
He is looking away from you guys towards that tent. There's a group of tents, but you can't see anything besides the tree coverage, the tents, and a little like pillar of smoke from what looks like a campfire.
Do you guys want to walk closer?
That would definitely pique my interest a little bit. I guess also would ask the group. This man appears to be acting strange. Do y'all want to see what's going on?
Yeah,
Yes.
I wouldn't mind.
Carefully approach.
Okay, so if you guys are going to carefully approach, as you get closer, you're probably about 300 feet away from him. You're still in your cart and on your horses and stuff, and you see him sort of perk up and look behind him and look away, but then look behind him again and be like, and he starts to slowly walk towards you guys, looking behind him, and then when he gets far enough away, he starts to sort of jog towards you guys. And he waves his hands, not in a threatening manner, but kind of like, hey, over here, over here.
Looks like he's trying to get our attention. Looks fairly harmless.
We're on horses, right?
Correct.
Are they like? Are they? Or never mind. Let me backtrack. I guess I'll hop off my horse and. Is there like a? Could I tie the reins on the cart somehow?
Yeah, that'd be easy to do. Your
Yeah,
your cart does have a lot of little tie downs for like the tarp that goes over it to prevent rain from getting on all your supplies and such. So you can tie it to there. Miranda, from what you can tell, looking at him, you look him up and down, and he looks like he's some sort of like a caravan trader, probably like a traveling merchant or something like that. But he's got this look of worry as he runs up to you guys.
Yeah. Sorry, as I tied up my horse, I was going to walk towards them as well.
Okay, so you start walking towards him, and he gets close, and he's, oh, thank you. Oh my gosh.
What?
Our camp
What's,
it's
seems
been
to be the
taken by
matter?
bandits. They're holding my family hostage. I don't really know what to do. I've been just making sure they've got there's 5 bandits over there, 5 of them. They've got them at knife point. I can't do any. I don't have any weapons. Can you please save my family?
have they asked anything of you? Do you know?
All I know
Why they
is
took
that
your family?
when we had woken up, we were starting to make our breakfast, and they came out of nowhere, and they got my wife and my sister, and then my brother and my brother-in-law, and they've got them at the throat. They didn't see me because I was in the woods. I was getting firewood for the fire, and so I snuck away, hoping that some able-bodied travelers would come up, and here you are. So you look like the capable lot. Could you help me, please? I don't have much. Actually, right now I don't have anything. It's all in the encampment, but hopefully I can find a way to pay you.
What's your wife's and brother's name?
Oh, my wife is Tabitha. And who else?
Brother.
Brother, his name is John.
Okay. Yeah, we can go check it out.
Okay. Please, if you can, don't let them kill them. They mean business.
And he was talking about the camp that he was just looking at, so it's
Yeah.
not too far from us.
No, it's probably an extra 200, 300 feet from where he was sitting.
But I looked at the group. I feel we should check this out, but we would need someone to keep an eye on the caravan as well.
See you, Miranda. Miranda will pike up and say, "I will watch the cart."
Convenient.
Yeah, very convenient. Nishan also says, as well as Akta, that honestly, if they're just bandits, they shouldn't be an issue for the rest of you.
All right.
All right. Uh, did he tell us what his name was, or not? Did he know?
You guys did not ask his name, but he gave you the name of his brother and sister, or wife. Did you ask wife?
Yeah.
Tabitha is his wife, and his brother's name is John.
Joan.
Sir, may I know your name as well?
Oh, Braylon.
Braylon. Could you take us to this camp?
Yeah, it's just right over the tree line there. Hold on. And then let me get you there.
Oh boy.
Alright. Who am I missing? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, there's only 3 of you. Cool. Alright, so... let me find my commoner token real fast. And I'll just put a random dude there. This gentleman that's next to you guys is Braylon. And he's hiding behind this little stump right here. And he goes up and he sort of tries, like, he puts his finger in front of his lips and he's kind of like, all right, quiet. I don't think they can hear us from here. But look, they've got them at knife point. So I don't know how you're going to do it, but if you can somehow take them out, that would be ideal without losing my family.
Are we too far to hear what's going on?
Let's see. No, so you guys can hear. You can hear from one of the tents. You can hear somebody is rummaging through it. So you can definitely tell that there's another bandit or two that's probably looking through the tents for any valuables. Other than that, you kind of just hear the weeping of these folks. You can't see who's weeping exactly, but you can definitely hear like.
I have an idea.
Well, I was going to ask Jeff, does your ability to hold a person render them mute, or can they still...
Oh, they can
Shout.
still talk.
They're paralyzed.
Paralyzed. Can they still talk? Oh, actually, no, never
No,
mind.
if they're paralyzed, they cannot speak.
Well, actually, hold on, better question. Do you know the magic silence?
I do not know silence. I know I can try and put them to sleep, but it's not probably going to work on a group that large. Maybe I can get half of them at once.
Well, since we heard a couple rummaging through the tent, perhaps we could put the ones outside to sleep. We could rush in for the ones in the tent. But what's your idea?
I actually need to ask Brady. Polymorph on my owl. Is that possible?
I would say yes, because I'm pretty
then-
sure your spell, it says a creature, correct?
See, polymorph?
Yeah.
Yes, a creature.
Yeah, so your familiar is in fact a creature.
And I don't know what the polymorph size change things are. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I can change this creature to like a size of this creature.
Transformation lines. The new form can be any beast whose challenge rating is equal to or less than the target. So your owl is a CR 0, so you can change it to a CR 0 of something else.
Okay,
but
so
you can't change. Yeah, you can't change your owl into like a dinosaur.
I was gonna change it to like a bear or something, but I can't do that.
No. Yeah.
Um,
You can change yourself into a bear because I would rule that you are CR 7-ish. Probably a little bit more.
Right. Shit, you could turn yourself into something far more frightening than a bear.
That's true.
A young copper dragon.
I
That's the
mean,
challenge 7.
Yeah.
I don't want to go too often here though, but what is this?
What is what? The thing in the middle? It's a campfire.
No, it's no, a young tea abominations snake person. I'm just looking at the 7
Let's see.
CR size 7. I'm like, now, are you sure you want to roll as size 7 though?
It'll probably be different after I research it, since
Yeah. I don't want to put you on the
yeah.
spot.
No, it's all good. Yeah, you can do CR7 or less if you
Okay.
want to transform yourself.
Do I have a caterpillar cocoon? I imagine that wouldn't be a normal ass
You have a
ingredient.
spellcasting focus, so you don't need one.
Okay. Then
So
I'd like
unless it was a caterpillar cocoon that is worth 50 gold, that's when you would actually need it. Until then, it is a spellcasting focus, which is your spell book. So as long as you got your spell book, you can pretty much cast all your spells except for your Find Familiar, for instance, needs specific ingredients.
trying to see.
These trees up here, are they like all connected, or is there like gaps between these right here?
There's like a couple different gaps, but like in all honesty, you can still, like, if you were to try to weave between them, with the cover of the tents as well as the trees themselves, you'd be able to keep out of sight pretty easily up until probably this point.
Yeah, I was going to try to make my way and weave kind of towards the
Okay,
behind this tree, like
gotcha.
yeah.
I want to turn into a young black dragon.
Okay, so you step forward and let's see. Let me look at a thing.
I would like to see where this goes.
Don't we all? Um,
Oh, and I'm. Or I'll wait.
okay.
For
So-
what I'm thinking of.
Let's see. So, as you...
Can I see him transform and walk towards them?
Can you see him transform?
Or
and
can I
then-
see Jeff? Yeah.
Yeah, you
from
can see
my-
him. You'd be able to see, like, peer over.
I want to kind of like ready up an action. When he finally gets their attention, Oswald will activate one of his runes.
Okay. Alright, so Jeff, you cast your polymorph spell. As you hold your hand through the air and do your thing, you start to notice your arms start to cover in scales. At first they're colorless, but then they start to gain the pigment of black. You watch as your nails grow into large claws. Your neck starts to expand, almost as if it is growing longer, and now your tongue is forked. Your eyes grow wider. After a few more moments of noticing this transformation, you have turned into it was a young black dragon?
Yeah. Can I still telepathically think to the rest of the party?
I don't believe so.
Okay,
Because
the
all your stuff, all your equipment meshes in, and you can't
Into me?
use it. Yeah.
Okay.
So for the duration of the spell, you are just a young black dragon.
I would like to pantomime to the rest of the group.
But young black dragons should be able to still speak.
Oh, they can?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
they know common.
I
I'm
want to look to the rest.
verifying.
Okay,
Language is common and draconic, yes.
cool.
I
want to turn
also
around
have your
and
statistics, so do your thing.
Okay.
I might be able to speak both of those.
I want to turn around and say, I want you guys to act afraid and like just run past the group, saying, "Run for your lives! It's a dragon! It's a dragon!"
Oh, I'm down for that.
All right, so as you transform, you sort of turn around and you go, and you say that to them.
Yeah.
Oswald, are you still wanting to do your plan and activate your rune, or do you want to do what Jeff is suggesting?
I'm gonna stay where I am, and once they like gain their attention, I'm still gonna activate my room where I'm in. But
Okay.
I'm gonna still stay there for now.
All right, sounds good. So, Jeff, you and Adeline, you decide. All right, Adeline, I need you to sort of run, and Braylon's
I'm
like, yeah, that's no issue at all, and he starts to book it.
I'm on a ram, so I'm going to be outpacing him.
So yeah, so
And-
they're running. They're, oh my God, it's a fucking dragon!
Dragon!
It's
And
a
then
fucking dragon!
I take off with a roar and I start to fly over the camp.
All right, so you're currently flying. As you're flying, you notice that the bandits are still holding the commoners' knives at the throat, but all the commoners are kind of like, it's a dragon! It's gonna eat us! Slit my throat, please! You know, they're just like, I don't want to deal with this fucking dragon. And the bandits are kind of just standing there. You can see they're not really moving all too much, but from what you can tell, they're definitely starting to build up tears. They're like, oh, fuck.
I want to slam into the ground. Is there anything in the tents we talked about?
I mean, you can't see into the tents. You assume there's somebody in one of them rummaging around. Other than that, you don't know.
Do I have acid breath as a black dragon? Let me see. I have a page for it.
Yeah, you've got an acid breath.
Okay.
So it's a 30-foot line.
I want to scorch from like.
Right there, down these guys.
I was just gonna try to do one to
Just
minimize,
one.
but we can do two people. Yeah, we'll do two people.
Okay.
Acid breath on these people.
So you do your acid breath. That is, let's see, a dexterity saving throw of 14 for these gentlemen.
By the way, by this time I would have activated my rune,
Yeah.
seen him, and the rune was going to be
The
I
one
think
to
it was
give you.
Hagai Vent. It's going to be the one that gives me additional movement speed.
Okay. So the first bandit will make the save. The second bandit will not. Go ahead and roll 11d8.
What?
Okay, and while he's doing that, I would like to see, because the bandits didn't really react, if they're
yeah.
bound in any way.
11, 8.
Okay.
Jesus.
That first bandit who did save only takes 27 damage, but you watch as your acid breath takes him over, and he just starts to melt. Like, he's got a big gaping hole in his chest, and he's kind of like, ugh, ugh. And the rest of his body just starts to sort of drip before everything turns into a big pile of goop, and yeah, he dies. The second gentleman, as the rest of the acid breath hits him, his whole being starts to melt, and you see sort of his skull just kind of sitting there as it starts to corrode slower than the flesh, but then he turns into a goop as well.
Okay.
Those two commoners are kind of like, and they kind of just stand there staring at this dragon. They're on their hands and knees at this point. They're like, and they just shudder their hands over their face.
And can I still move or?
Hold on.
Watch-
Bill,
try
what
your
did you
triggers.
want to do? You said you
I wanted to see if the bandits were bound in any way.
from what
'cause
you
they weren't
can tell,
reacting.
yeah, do a perception check.
I'm picturing the old switcheroo here.
Yeah. So you look, and there's nothing keeping them from moving. They should be able to move freely, but they're still kind of just in place. Knives at their throats, not really reacting to their comrades just being killed. At this point, Jeff, you already went. Oswald, do you want to move in, or do you want to just stay there?
After hearing the commotion, I would have probably begun to run in.
Okay. And then Adeline, you on your ram, do you run up
Yeah.
towards? Okay.
I went around this way,
Okay.
because it's
So
a
I
hill,
can-
right?
Correct. It's a small hill. It's nothing
Yeah.
to where like you.
Just like a mound. Yeah.
All right. So you look, and the bandits are trying to move, but it's ever so slow, for whatever reason. Something that you guys aren't perceiving is keeping them from moving at their full capabilities at this point.
Well, Oswald would look to these two people next to him and be like, "Are you all right?"
We're not with that fucking dragon. Is that your dragon?
Yeah, don't worry about him. He's here to help.
Don't worry about him. He just turned those bandits into a pile of mush.
Uh,
He's here to help.
he's avoiding you, so he's here to help. So try to remain calm as best you can. Are y'all able to get up and?
Oh, you
Get
don't
away
have to
from
tell
you.
me twice. And he stands up and starts to book it with his friend towards this caravan to their friend Braylon. Braylon, there's a fucking dragon. I know. Hold on, it's part of their plan. The fuck kind of guys are these? At this point,
Can
the
we
other
hear that?
two,
Kinda guys.
the other two
Could we hear that
bandits.
when they did that?
Yeah, you would have been able to hear it for sure, because they're not trying to keep it subtle. But the other two bandits are still moving quite slow, as they're trying to let go of these commoners to run, but for whatever reason, they're not able to do it.
And we are currently perceiving this.
Correct. The commoners are just kind of sitting there, like both female commoners are kind of just sitting there, noticing the daggers are leaving their throats. And then one of them goes ahead and tries to duck to the side and scrambles out from in front and is able to break free. And she starts running towards you, but seeing the dragon, she runs this way towards the caravan. The other one sees her do this and does the exact same thing. The bandits, for whatever reason, are in a slow state where they're still trying to react to this dragon, but they're just incredibly slow for whatever reason.
Like, are they completely slow? Like arms, limbs, everything is slow.
Everything is really slow. Their capes are billowing ever so slightly, whereas with the wind that came from Jeff's wings should have made them sort of like frantically wisp back and forth. But yeah, they're really slow.
All right. Oswald is going to. Are we still like taking turns right now, or? Are we, like,
Yeah,
free to-
so at this point, if you guys want to collaborate, you can. Otherwise, if one of you just wants to do a thing, go for it.
I was gonna say I could cast hold person while my mount knocks the other one prone.
Okay. Yeah, I was just gonna land and like slap one down under my talons and not kill him, but just hold him there.
Okay.
Well, they're moving so slow. I was just gonna walk within 10 feet of one and
Grapple
use
it.
my
Oh.
like, if they were to try to run as fast as they can, how far do you think, or could they move?
In a whole round, they could probably move 5 feet right now.
All right. Well, since they can't really move, I was going to use my eyes with Arcanus and spend a minute observing them.
Okay.
And you can tell me if I can see magic, or wait, hold on. I think I'm using this wrong. I think this might be literature. Let me reread it. Sorry.
No, you're good. Flow man.
Well, I can.
Magic writing. Yeah,
Yeah.
your eyes are to see magical writing within 60 feet of you, not like magic itself. I believe Jeff has a detect magic spell that he could use to see if they're under some type of magic.
No, I don't think I can use that as a dragon though, can I?
No.
Yeah.
I would have to spend a minute meditating before I could use that spell.
Well, they're definitely not going anywhere right now, so...
Or I could just knock them to the ground.
Well,
So you're gonna grab one, Reed, and I'm gonna fly up and grab the other one?
well, I'm gonna look to Adeline. Be like, these commoners could have left these guys the whole time if they wanted to. They're moving this slow.
That's kind of how I felt.
I want to
Something is definitely amiss here.
I want to knock over the tents. I want to like lift up the tents with my tail and like
Okay.
tear back the fabric on all of them.
So the middle one right here, as you do that, there's a bandit that, as you do that, he and he starts trying to run towards the north. He is
Is
not
this one?
under whatever effect these other ones are, and he starts to book it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna chase after him.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm able to run 60 feet, so
Yeah, you can catch up to him. You're faster.
and I guess I will attempt a tackle to like run and grapple him.
All right. Go ahead and do a grapple check, which will be your athletics. And then he will do. Yeah, unless
Well,
he
I
goes.
can't roll better than that.
Yeah. Well, the only thing, if he rolled a natural 20 as well, then he would have not been grappled, but he did not roll a natural 20, so you have grappled him. So his movement speed is 0. You've got him, you kind of grab him by the collar and sort of pull him back, and then you start holding onto his arms, sort of like in a, not in a chokehold per se, but you got both arms right underneath his. What do you do from there?
Well, before that, just quick question. If two rolls match, is it besides like natural crits, natural fails? Is it usually the defender who wins or the
Yes.
attack?
Yeah, so
Defender?
if he would have rolled a natural 20 to resist your effect, he would have gotten out of it. Same
Alright.
way, like if someone's trying to grapple you and both of you roll natural 20s, you would get out of it because you're resisting the effect.
All right. Well, back to the me grappling him. Why are you able to move? Like, what happened to your companions over here? Like,
I don't know. I was in the tent. Maybe someone didn't see me and they cast a spell. Aren't you the ones keeping them from moving?
no, we just got here.
Regardless,
And-
that's a fucking dragon. What are you doing? Get out of here. Let me go.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. What were y'all doing here to begin with?
We just doing what bandits do. Steal things from other people and leave them alone. That's all we want. Some extra gold.
Did Adeline do anything? Are you still down?
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna run him over.
Alright, do your rolls and such.
Yeah, it would be this.
Yeah, that will hit.
And then, since I moved 20 feet straight forward, the target is a creature. He must succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
He did not make it, so he is knocked prone.
And then for my turn, I shall cast Hold Person
Okie dokie.
on said other hermano.
Alright, so you cast Hold Person. That's a wisdom save of what? What is your spell DC?
My spell DC is 14.
Yeah, he is held. So we will do that is Hold Person. Red dot, I mean he's held. Yeah, I'll just do dots. That's easier. And then this dude has a blue one because he is prone. The other one is grappled, so he's got a green one. Anyway, alright, so you got one of them prone. Your ram kind of has one hoof on its back. You notice that even though you're moving at full speed, as you knocked him prone, it took him like a couple seconds to actually fall onto the ground. Yeah. And this other gentleman still, he's got his dagger out and he's trying to withdraw, but now he's just kind of sitting there. His eyes are moving around like, the fuck? And both of these gentlemen have tears in their eyes. The one that Oswald has is more kind of shocked as, why is there a fucking dragon here? But he's not really scared, as if he expected, you know, things to turn out the way they did.
I would like to look inside the nearest tent.
So
Or
you
did
op-
he take all of them away?
Jeff had
Jeff-
only gotten to that third one, so these other two over here have not been tampered with by Jeff.
Yeah, so I'll
since he discovered
dismount
the gem.
and look in.
Alright, so you open it up, and there's a single sleeping bag there. Looks like, you know, random commoner gear. There's a couple bottles of wine so they definitely were drinking through the night, which might be why they got caught off guard this morning. But yeah, looks like just an easy setup.
Okay. So all the tents are removed then?
Well, if you want to look in the other tent right here, all the tents pretty much have that same sort of setup. It's like
Okay.
a sleeping bag, except for the middle tent had 2 sleeping bags, so that was probably
Yeah.
Braylon and his wife Tabitha.
I guess
Uh,
I'll attempt to like speak up and be like, Adeline. You know, get his
Aye.
attention.
Yeah.
Can you ask the commoners, like, if they have if they notice these bandits outside or slow, whatever the hell's wrong with them?
His name was Braylon, right?
Yeah, Braylon's the gentleman
Oi,
that...
Braylon, get over here.
I'll be right back, everybody. Did you... Oh, they're still alive?
Yeah, what's wrong with him?
What do you mean, what's wrong with them? They came
What?
into our tents and they took us at knife point. There's nothing we could do.
I fly over and I land. The resounding like gale of wind and thud.
All right.
And I ask you why are they look like they're slow or magically induced. What is going on?
He
I
kind of
mean-
looks and he's like, huh, well, they weren't doing that before. I thought that was you. You guys have magic, don't you?
I ignore him and I fly over to the cart.
All right.
While
look
he's
I look
sorry,
into the
while
cart.
he's doing this,
Mhm.
am I able to like drag this guy while he's grappled, or would that like invoke him being able to try to resist?
You can, but you can only move at half your movement when you're grappled or have somebody grappled and you're moving them. On his turn, he can try to resist your grapple, so you would do the check again. But more than likely, I'm going to say that 20 that you rolled gives you like 2 free rounds of successful grapple checks. So
Stop resisting, you little prick.
Right. All right. Well, I guess I will drag this guy near one of his frozen buddies. Since I can move 60 right now, half of that would be 30.
no, you're a fucking bitch. The grappled gentleman shouts that out, but he's looking towards the sky as he says that.
What, did I notice that?
You did. You think that he probably called you a bitch, but the way he said it was as if he was responding to somebody.
But I think he said that to me.
Yeah, you all.
Well,
So
at that
the
point, I
way,
would-
yeah, he said no. He said no. You're a fucking bitch, but you didn't say anything, so you don't really
Okay, yeah,
understand
then-
why he would say something like that.
Who was, or sorry, who are you speaking to right now? I didn't say anything.
You didn't. I just heard a voice clear as day. It called me a bitch for getting grappled. I
Where
do
did
not
this
pray to
voice
no
come
god.
from?
Came from right there.
So at this point, he's kind of just speaking to himself. As far as you know, you don't really understand why he's just talking. I'm not. Well, I guess I am gonna suffer. These guys pretty much ruined our whole plan, especially with a fucking dragon. Are you kidding me? Did you put them up to this? I don't believe you, cunt.
I'm just gonna listen to him talk. I'm not gonna interrupt that.
I want to go over to the people and ask them what their names are.
This woman right here says, "My name's Tabitha. I'm Braylon's wife, and this is my daughter. Her name is Jolene." And then,
Let them speak. I asked the two males individually what their names are.
the male that's to your right, my name's John. And the other one's like, and my name's Bradley.
Okay, I give a nod and I fly off to the rest of the group.
All right.
And I just kind of like want to hover like 40 feet in the air looking down and
I'm
around.
not gonna propose to this dude. He's got me held against my will.
Did that guy stop mumbling?
No, he just said that that line.
Oh, okay. Could you repeat that?
It's not kinky at all. This is fucking savage.
What plans were you just mentioning?
Plans? What are you talking about?
You said your plans were ruined.
Yeah, we were gonna rob these guys blind and then just get the hell out of here, and now you're here. And for whatever reason, my mates can't fucking move. I don't know what kind of magics you got, but we're just simple folk. We go in, we steal a couple gold coins, and then we go back. Buy ourselves some food to last us the night, do it again. We ain't got nothing. You're taking everything from us. Might as well kill us. Because we're never gonna stop. Yeah, I understand I'm being fucking held. I feel it.
Again, where's this voice coming from?
It's in my fucking head, I guess, if you don't hear it.
I don't.
Well, somebody's casting spells around here. And if it ain't you lot, then, well, you might want to keep your eyes open.
Well, yeah, hearing that.
I don't like being fucking held. This is fucking... Oh, it's embarrassing.
Am I... Or, without moving too much, could I try to make a perception check from what I can see to see if there's, like, I don't know, someone in the distance?
I want to land and use my blind sight.
Or, wait, actually, better yet, GF, can you fly up and see if there's anyone around? This man claims that there's a voice speaking to him.
I land first. I will, but give me a second. And
So blind sight just
yeah.
means that in complete darkness, you can see... It doesn't, like... It's not true sight. True sight is what allows you to see...
no, I thought it was like echolocation or something.
No,
No?
that's tremor
Oh.
sense.
Tremor sense? Okay.
Blind sight means, like, if you were blinded, you can still see within 30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I want to fly up and just look around.
Oh, yeah. Did you say that Adeline has to take magic?
He does. He said that he could cast it within a minute.
I guess I would have turned to Adeline as well and be like, this man apparently is hearing voices and thinks it might be magic. Would you be able to detect if something is amiss here?
He is currently AFK. Let me... Well, I don't want to play his character for him unless he doesn't come back. Let me see.
I'm guessing there's a limited amount of uses to that.
No, he
Is
can
that a
use
spell
it.
or
It's a ritual spell, so it'd take 10 minutes
Okay.
for him to cast it. But during his ritual, he would drop hold person on this gentleman.
Well, unless the magic wears off, I don't see a guy moving that slow as much of a threat.
He says, very well, so he drops the spell and he takes a seat. So once he takes a seat, he goes through about probably 45 seconds of the spell, and the gentleman that was really slow starts to move normally again. Oh, bugger off! And he starts to run.
I'm gonna go fly up and pick him up with my tail and fly him back.
Do a grapple check, or yeah, a athletics check.
Do I do that with new score?
Yeah, you do it with your new score, which is a +4 strength. So
You want me to
so roll
replace...
a d20. You roll a d20 and then add 4 to it. So 13 versus his. So you try to fly in. You're not really used to doing things like this. As you go to swipe in with his tail, he's able to sort of do like a barrel roll and roll out of the way and continue running.
How did he get out of hold person?
Well, Oswald had made it apparent that you would cast Detect Magic, probably, and since they can't move, that you would drop the spell so you could do the ritual. But if you don't want to do that, we can rewind, because I didn't know how long you were going to be.
Oh, no, that's cool. No, that's
I
fine.
had told you that this guy can hear voices, so I had asked your character if you'd be willing to take magic to see if there's something amiss going on.
Yeah. It'll take a full minute, though.
Well,
Yeah,
if
and
you're
then-
casting it as a ritual, it is 10 minutes.
Well, I am resetting my spells. That takes a minute once per rest.
Do you not know? Oh, so you have to have it prepared in order to
Yeah, and
cast it as a ritual?
No, I'm not casting it as a ritual.
Oh,
I can
gotcha.
prepare it in a minute. I can change my spells once
Okay.
per rest by praying for a minute,
Noted.
meditating or whatever.
Oh yeah, because you have all the spells available, but you don't actually know them unless you pray. Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
how paladins work. Okay, so yeah, you're about you were 45 seconds into doing your switch when whatever was making these guys slow stopped. So this one is still running, but Jeff was able to catch up to him. This other gentleman is going to stand up and try to run the other way from your ram.
Did he need to make a prone check?
I can
There's
tell
no-
it mentally to chase him down.
Okay. When you're knocked prone, it just takes half your movement speed to get back
Okay.
up. It's not a continuous effect like grapple.
Right.
So your ram is going to chase him down. It can go ahead and do its charged attack to try to knock him prone. My friends aren't trying to abandon me. They're just trying to get the fucking safety.
Yeah, so charge doesn't quite work like that. It's
Does it not?
yeah. If the ram moves 20 feet and then hits with the horns,
Well,
so
yeah,
I'd have
so
to
the
attack him with
gentleman,
horns again.
yeah, the gentleman would be quite a ways away, and he could chase him and do the attack.
All right.
That will hit. Now, are you doing non-lethal damage?
Yeah,
Okay, so he goes unconscious.
perfect.
So your ram hits him, and he just fucking drops, and yeah, he's out cold, but he's not dead.
And puts its paws or hoofs
Yeah, we all fucked.
on the back.
This fucking dragon. This guy's got a fucking ram. This dude won't let me fucking go. He tries to resist your grapple, so I need you to do another athletics check.
I talking to Reed?
Oswald?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he tries to get out, but you sort of like hold him even tighter, and he's like, fuck, man. Yeah, I would like some fucking help. Get me out of here.
Am I able to have one arm free while grappling him, or?
Yeah, because you would be able to use your other arm. As long as you use one of your arms to hold him in place.
Yeah, would I be able to try to, I guess, take the hilt of my blade and try to do subdue damage on him as well?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll attack. That will hit. So you take the blunt of your blade and hit him in the head, and you're like, fuck! Oh, shit! Wasn't enough to knock him unconscious fully. So he's going to take out his dagger and take a swing at you with it. But because you have that much AC, he misses. It's like, let me fucking go! Yeah, I would like to go fucking north, maybe.
Do you know who's speaking to you, or are you just
I've got
responding
no
to some
idea, but
random
they
voice?
think it's some random motherfucker.
What is this person trying to tell you?
I don't know. How about you blink real quick? And he says that, and you're kind of like, what? And then all of a sudden, Adeline and Jeff, you guys look, and there's an orb of darkness around Oswald. Oswald, someone cast darkness on you, and now you and the bandit cannot see. At this point, he's going to try to break your grapple again, so I need another athletics check from you. Fuck, I can't fucking go! He does not break his grapple.
I obviously I don't know.
I can't
Can't see
fucking
through the
move. This
darkness,
guy's got
but-
me. You can
I'm gonna-
try to swing at him again. It'll just be a disadvantage.
I'm gonna walk up to him while he's doing that and point my glaive at his throat. So Oswald's kind of like got a grapple, and I've got him on the end now.
Yeah, so you walk right there. You can't see either of them in this darkness, but you kind of.
Oh, that's right. There's an orb of darkness. My
Yeah.
bad.
You can try to stick your clave in there really slowly.
Yeah.
Like.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm just
Okay.
gonna stand right here.
Are you
Or
attacking him with
or-
the blunt end again, or?
Well, I was thinking I was gonna try to drag him south. I don't know how big the cloud of darkness was, but
Pretty sure it is 10 feet.
well, no, I meant like Oswald's perspective. I was just gonna like
Oh, gotcha.
drag him down.
Yeah, so go ahead and you can move.
Oh wait, I can't move. I'm praying.
At this point, you would be done praying when he starts to move, though, Bill.
So I can redo my spells, my prepared
Yes.
spells.
And you move
Alright.
to where you're right outside of the darkness, and you look, and there's just this orb of complete black. You can't see through it. Yeah, well, the best you got didn't fucking do shit for me. Get the fuck out of here, piece of shit. Causing my guys to go fucking slow, and then you try to help me, but you don't do anything? Fuck off.
Am I still able to take another swing at him?
Yeah, go for it. And then since you moved out of the darkness, it won't be at disadvantage. That'll hit, and non-lethal, right?
Yeah.
Alright, he goes unconscious as you buck him with the back of your hilt. Fuck
I guess
you.
I will.
As he falls unconscious.
I will, I guess, drag him next to the other unconscious guy. Pile him up.
Okay. Now, Jeff, with your gentleman over there,
Yes.
he's still trying to run away from you. You can
He
take
is.
your opportunity attack if you'd like.
I'd like to bat him with the back of my paw and try not to kill him.
Alright, so claw attack, roll a d20 and add 7 to it. Yeah, that will hit.
D2.
Non-lethal damage is 2d10 plus 4.
Damn.
I rolled 2 ones.
Wow, on a d10, that's fucking great. That's hilarious. Alright,
Six
so
damage.
so he does not get well, he takes the damage, but he's booking it.
I follow him. Yeah.
Can I see this happening as well?
You're busy right now dragging the other gentleman while Jeff is doing all this stuff. So I was pretty much like, what you guys do, couple rounds. Now Jeff's doing the same like duration
in the
of
same
time.
time
so,
space. Yeah.
All right, so you fly right there, Jeff,
Mm-hmm.
and then he kind of stops, and then he starts to book it north.
So it says here I can breathe air. Oh, that's not a breath attack. It's like actual breathing. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just try to knock him down again, I guess.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack.
That's gonna be a
D20 plus 7 to see if you hit. That will hit, and go ahead and roll the 2d10 plus 4. And is it non-lethal?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, you you sit there and you fly in front of him and you sort of bitch slap the shit out of him. He actually flies back like 5 feet as he goes unconscious.
I'd like to pick him up and then in my claw and
Bring him to
fly
the
him
other
over.
ones. Okay.
Yeah, drop him in the circle.
Do we? Hold on, I should have some rope on me. I guess do you want to like set them up and rope them together?
Sure. Yeah.
And
yeah.
Bill, you would be done changing your spells at this point. You're
Okay,
done
then
with
I'll
prayer.
cast Detect Magic.
Okay, so you cast Detect Magic, and
Also, before
And then I'll start stalking around the campground.
okay.
I would have disarmed the daggers from them, their weapons, or
Oh yeah.
is-
Okay. So yeah, you pick up a dagger from each of them and a scimitar and a light crossbow. So 3 of each of those weapons that I just described. And then Bill, you cast detect magic. So you go to the gentleman that you saw being grappled by Oswald, and you detect a very loose bit of transmutation magic that was used. It looks like it's configured around the ears, which probably explains why he was talking to himself. You then can also detect more transmutation magic on the rest of his clothing, which is probably why he was so slow. And then finally, you detect a little bit of evocation magic coming from that orb of darkness before it sort of starts to think of a imploding star, but when it actually implodes, like nothing else happened, it just vanishes. And then after that is gone, the evocation is gone.
Well, that's not really helpful, is it?
No.
I'm gonna look to Adam and be like, he mentioned it's something about going to the north.
I'll
Maybe
walk
this
over that way
figure.
with my 30-foot aura for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So once you get to right about, let's see, 30 feet, you say? Right there, you detect a little bit of magic coming from the trees right where Oswald was, and it is illusion magic. Traces of it. But it kind of just stops or starts and then heads a little bit like north of the tree and then disappears.
That's also not that useful. I'll walk over and investigate. Look for traces of someone being there. Or something being there.
I want to fly over to the group of people he saved,
All right.
and I asked them how long would it take for you guys to get out of here.
You mean like pack up our shit and leave right now?
Yes.
No time. Fuck all that shit. We're just gonna pack up and take what we got in this cot and be on our way. We'll have to start all over, but that's fine.
I asked them where are they coming from or where are they going towards.
Coming from Cragstorm, they pretty much kicked a lot of folks out, a lot of commoner folks, and so we're gonna go look for a new life somewhere else.
Okay. Any advice if we're going towards there?
Have a fucking shit ton of fucking coin. Get yourself inside a Cragstorm.
Okay.
Doc is not fucking cheap, that's for sure. That's why we can't afford to live there. But now we got no money. We got really no supplies. You just destroyed our tents.
Oh. I tell them about the group that we saw earlier. Do they know them?
There's so many people leaving Cragstorm. I'm sure we know everybody just about, but no, the names don't ring a bell.
I tell them that Irsk and tell them to head that way. Tell them that Jeff sent you and look for the dragon.
Jeff the fucking dragon, okay.
Not the dragon, just the wizard.
Oh, just the wizard that destroys things and then sends you on your merry way, okay. Look, I'm thankful. I'm just a little upset that you destroyed everything we got.
I thought I disposed it with my tail. Did I destroy it?
You are quite powerful.
Okay. I mean, the tents are, just fabric. Sorry about that. Apologize.
Yeah? You think you can spare a little bit of coin to probably replace them?
I have no pockets on me, as you can see, but we can go see what the bandits have on them. I fly over the bandits.
Alright.
And, I strip them.
Alright,
Awkward.
so they have a couple copper pieces and silver pieces, but nothing much. It all totals into about 12 silver pieces and 3 copper pieces each. So,
Well, I mean, seeing that Jeff is here doing that, Oswald could have assisted with that.
Yeah.
You know, since he's in his dragon form.
yeah, so you guys help. They're wearing really ragged leather armor with hoods and sort of like a bandana around their faces. But you can definitely see where 2 of them were crying because they thought they were going to die like their friends before them that melted. for whatever reason, and yeah.
They are now totally naked, though. I want to strip them to like that point, time back up.
Even
Alright.
their underwear.
So yeah, when you strip them, they're just three human dudes. They look like normal common folk when it comes to humans. No real scar patterns or anything like that on their flesh. So whatever they've been doing with their thieving, they've been able to do it without any sort of aggression towards them until today.
Okay. I want to help go to the tents and collect everything, and the sleeping bags and all that good stuff, and fly it over to their cart and get it to them.
Okay, so well, looks like we're short a sleeping bag. Whatever. And then
Really?
do you
Okay.
do you give them a
All the stuff on the bandits too.
okay? What about those weapons?
Um,
Oswald would have put them aside to make sure the bandits weren't in reach of them, but would Oswald be willing to give the weapons to these guys to defend themselves, or are you planning on keeping them?
I asked Oswald, what does he think?
I have no use for these weapons.
And
Perhaps these commoners finally defend or have the ability to defend themselves, or perhaps sell them and get some of their money back.
sounds good. So I pick them up in my claws and I fly over there and I say, "You know how to use these."
He picks up one of the crossbows, and he takes one of the bolts, puts it in there, locks it in, and then he's like this, and he accidentally pulls the trigger, and it flies up, almost taking the ear off of Tabitha. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Wow, that's quite powerful. Yeah, I know how to use this, baby. Look at this. Watch this one. And then he starts to load it again, and he's aiming across the river at the tree. And he shoots the bolt, but it misses the tree. He's like, with a little bit of practice, I'm sure I'll get better at aiming, but honestly, scimitars and daggers, those are quite easy to handle.
Okay. Well, I hope this is enough. And if you guys aren't who you say you are, I will find you in the future.
They kind of look at you puzzled. What do you mean by that?
Just making sure that you aren't part of this.
They look at each other and are like, really, this dude comes and fucking tears up our camp and then says that we're the reason that we're getting held hostage. I'm greatly appreciative of what you've done, but I hope I never fucking see you again.
Okay. And then I fly back to the rest of the group.
These guys all hop in their little cart here and put all their stuff away, and then they start to travel north at a fast speed because they don't want to be around you guys anymore.
I fly over to
Alright.
Adeline.
Well, would have Adeline walked back to us by now, or are you still gonna be
Would he
detecting
have?
magic?
Did I see anything? Like footsteps
Nothing.
or
No,
footprints?
nothing.
Yeah, then.
Except for Oswald's foot. You saw Oswald's footprints, but other than that,
Oh, it was
no.
his magic. Son of a bitch.
No. I didn't have illusion magic.
Oh, okay. I didn't find anything.
Out of character, you know that Oswald does not have illusion magic, but in character, Adeline has not given his report to you, and you have no idea what he has found.
I found nothing but traces of illusion magic.
Where at?
Right where Oswald was, his footprints were there.
Interesting. I wasn't aware of anyone. I don't know what illusion's up there, but I was just simply behind the tree waiting for my opportunity to rush in. This one, I'm going to point at the one I was grappling, kept speaking to a voice the entire time I had him grappled. So there's some person, I have no idea if they're near or far. There's a additional person that was helping these bandits, or messing with them, since these other two were slowed.
I didn't see any traces of him over there, though.
Show me where the illusion was.
And I show him right there.
Yeah, right around there. There's a small trace, but you are in dragon form, and you just kind of
Yeah.
see where Oswald's footprints were.
Does he have true sight?
No, he's got
dragon
blind
form?
sight.
I want to cast acid breath on the tree.
Okie dokie. All right. Roll damage for me. 11d8. Yeah, you melt the fuck out of that tree. So you sit there and you just breathe in a straight line from the base of it all the way up, and you see as the leaves, like, they're nice earthy green, they just start to turn and rot before they become clumps of acid. And it just pulls and starts to sort of slowly eat up all the grass in the area, turning it into almost like a scorched earth area, because the acid is just going down this hill. And it's eating away all the grass before it finally sort of loses its velocity and kind of just sits there and ends up just pooling around. So probably about a 10-foot radius of acid just sitting there from this tree, as it is no more.
Do I see anything around the tree?
You
Just the acid?
you see a fucked tree.
Okay.
That's about it.
I give a nod, and my work here is done, and I fly back to the group. I say, there's nothing wrong with that tree. Well, I mean, there is now, but it was just a normal tree.
Alright, well, Oswald, gonna look to y'all too. What do you want to do with these three? This one here mentioned that he's not gonna give up on his bandit lifestyle, so I'm not too fond of keeping that one alive.
Well, they are naked, and they have no supplies.
Yes, but if they go around constantly trying to steal from people and put them at knives to their throats, I only see them doing more harm than good.
True. So either kill them, let them go, or I don't know. Would taking off some hands be okay, or is that too cruel a punishment?
Taking off their hands.
Taking off a hand or two. I mean, what do we want to do?
You street rat, chop. Ah.
That would cause much suffering.
Look,
Yes. Well,
I apply. Bill, you get some fucking inspiration, my man. Inspiration. Add an inspiration to your character sheet.
Yep. Let's just kill them so they can't cause suffering.
Add a second. I'm just joking.
what's inspiration?
I don't know.
Inspiration is when you play your character the exact way that you have it written on your character sheet.
Okay.
And because you had said something and he instantly chimed in and said that would be causing suffering, whereas normally, you know, he'd probably kill them outright to end their suffering, but because he doesn't want you to cause more suffering than they already have, he gets inspiration, which is a D8 die to any roll that he has to do in the future while he has it.
Oh, that's neat.
How about this? I just take off one of their arms, so they can't really pose a threat to anybody anymore. They can still live.
I still don't agree with that. No.
I am the dragon, and I don't really think you can stop me.
How long does that spell last?
His polymorph? Yeah.
An hour.
Damn, look at this, gonna be up for a while.
So I hungrily look over their arms.
Well,
You could always eat them.
I don't really want to eat them.
So are
I
you
know,
going
right?
to...
I can't really argue with that. I don't think anyone has Dispel Magic.
yeah, I'm a fighter.
So at this point, Jeff, are you going to eat one of their arms?
No, I'm just gonna cut off their left arms.
The entire left arm?
From the elbow down.
All right, so you go up to the first one, and you take your claw and sort of hold up this arm, and you chomp on it. The saliva of your black dragon form is very acidic, and it pretty much singes the edge of it to where it cauterizes the wound instantly because of the acid. But you see, and then you notice that, yeah, he's this one that you just cauterized his arm and eaten his arm, he is definitely dead.
Ah,
because he
see.
is in such a fragile state that you just shocked his body to death.
I'm gonna look to Jeff. I agree with Adeline. Either we kill them and end it, or spare them. I'm not into maiming.
Well, we've already started, and I walk up to the next one and I'll stab him.
Okay. So you go over and you plunge your glaive into his heart.
I take my claws and I slash
I
them
love
deep
Martin's
into his
reaction.
chest. I take my claw and I just plunge my entire claw into his chest and rip out half his torso.
All right, you do as such. You just, with your giant ass fucking arm, you shoot right at the apices of his lungs and just rip his chest open. You see his heart beat 1, 2, 3 times, and then nothing.
And to get rid of the bodies, the naked bodies, mind you, I acid breath all over them. I just have to everyone to get back though.
Okay, so you tell everyone to get back. Bill retreats his ram. Oswald kind of takes a step back, and you reduce them to a pool of acid.
Yes.
No more autopsies can be done on these gentlemen because they are a pool of acid. There's a lot of acid just hanging out around this area. What used to be probably a beautiful camping site is now singed with acidic pools, and who knows what long-term ecological environmental destruction you've caused. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Like the D&D form of nuclear radiation.
Yeah. But no, yeah, there's a couple pools of acid now, so...
Well, with that,
Carry on.
So we were traveling with horses, or?
Yeah, you guys have your cart still in the back. Akta, Nishan, and Anara are watching the cart.
Is
we
it
just
just
gotta go
one
back to it.
cart with horses?
Okay.
And could I pick up said cart with horses and carry everybody for the rest of the hour? Or is that not possible?
So you could carry everybody in the cart pretty simply, but you would have to leave a couple of the horses behind because you don't have a firm way of attaching them to the cart or fitting them into the cart to where you could grab them. So they would kind of just be like staying there, and that would mean that you're leaving behind your horses to just kind of chill, and eventually, yeah, they might run away.
Since Jeff polymorphed himself, does he have the ability to undo it, or does he have to wait
Yeah,
the full hour?
he has the ability to undo it. It just seems that he's wanting to milk it as long as he can.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna look to Jeff and be like, that's gonna be very bad news. People see you flying around as a dragon.
I could just walk, I guess.
That would still cause issues should people notice you.
From what you know, Jeff, from Iris, the fact that no one has heard of a dragon being alive in so many years, the fact that you are flying around as a dragon would probably raise a lot of eyebrows and spears.
I'm just picturing like Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon waddling along, but like 10 times the size.
Yeah, cute and cuddly, toothless dragon that brings acid.
like- Bebopping along. Doot, 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 doot.
Okay, fine, jeez. And then I undo my polymorph.
Okay. So you undo your polymorph. Your mustache is a little singed from the acid that's left up. I'm just joking. Alright. So, and then you guys just head back to your cart then?
I would like to collect some of the acid.
Okay. You've got...
How many vials do I have?
Yeah.
I have one empty vial.
You can fill that vial up with the
Oh,
acid.
I have 11 empty vials.
You could fill all of them up because of that fucking tree acid if you wanted to, but...
I want to fill up 5.
Alright, you have 5 vials of, acid remains of tree/bandits. That's what that way you forever remember what you've done.
Alright, so I was looking for an example of what I was picturing. Oh man, hold on. I'm gonna copy and paste it. This is what came up.
kind of excited
I'm used to
see this.
using a Mac, so I pick Alt instead of Command.
You're using
Frickin'
a
work.
Mac? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
All right, and paste. This I'm not sure what's going on here, but
It, 20-second video.
make sure your volume's on. I don't know what the fuck it is.
The fuck? Why is it doing that? Is that a child just like shouting random shit? That's funny.
Jesus Christ.
But that's kind of what I was just picturing, but bigger.
All right. So you guys head back to the cart, and as you're returning to your companions, they're like, so those guys left in a rather quick hurry. What the hell did y'all do? We heard what sounded like a dragon.
I may have picked up a spell or two, since we left. And one of which may have been polymorph, and someone in the group may have polymorphed into a black dragon, young black dragon, and someone may have used acid breath and killed a bunch of bandits.
Wow, that's brutal.
And these guys wanted to cut off their arms. Yeah, how fucked up that is.
That is fucked up, especially for you, Adeline. I thought you wanted to
Yeah.
end suffering, not cause
What's wrong with you? God damn it. Anyway, let's not dwell on this. Let's keep going.
They would bleed out eventually.
I would have told the others that about that unusual
Yeah, but
voice
I can't talk about it. Gotta go.
Eventually, he would be able to speak with them without you being able to interrupt. What were you saying?
Well, I was gonna let them know about that voice that was speaking to the one bandit, and just to keep an eye out.
They're kind of like a voice. Like, what do you mean a voice?
The bandit that I had grappled kept communicating with somebody through magical means, because Adeline had seen what was it? The type of magic?
It
Illusion.
was
Transmutation.
yeah, transmutation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But
transmutation on the bandit's ear.
theoretically, that is what Adeline saw, and he didn't say anything about it.
Oh, I thought you didn't report that to us when you get back.
He
I said that they have magic on them.
He said
Okay, then
illusion.
I won't tell that. I won't tell that detail then. But yeah, the bandit kept talking to a voice, and something about their plans were ruined, and going to the north. I'm not sure what to make of it, but he was definitely communicating with somebody.
Interesting. Well, north is back up to Iris, but we've got business in Cragstorm, right, Anara? And she is sitting there, arms crossed, back against the cart, and she's like, "Yep."
Oh, and I hand Inara 2 vials of poison. I said, "Oh, this might come in handy."
She looks at them, pockets them, and says, "Cool."
And then I
You
take
hear from
out
the
2.
distance.
Did anyone else hear that?
Hear what?
Hear the
Oh,
cool,
okay.
cool? No.
Cool. What?
I mean, yeah, everyone heard it, but it also doesn't exist. So.
Okay. Well, I'm ready.
Jokes. All right. So at this point, you all get back in your places that you were on your cart/horses. Adeline on his ram, and you begin the final trek of the journey. Should only take you a couple more hours to get to Cragstorm. So, let's see. Once you arrive to Cragstorm, now, just so y'all are aware, I have another version of the map that actually has everything laid out, but because you guys are still on the outside, you have no idea what is inside the walls. But all these spots on the outside are various farm houses and like very rickety old wooden shacks. You see that there's quite a lot of them as you guys are making your way from the northern road. I'll put Jeff's token there just as a sort of stamp of where you guys are as you're journeying in to Cragstorm. So yeah, you notice that these must be the slums that one caravan was talking about when you guys were in passing. You can hear a lot of people coughing, a lot of people bundled up with blankets over fires and stuff, eating what looks like porridge and very little amounts of bread. You get to about right here, and you see that this is all mainly farmland, but the crops don't look to be doing so well in this area for whatever reason. Probably because of the sickness that's going around. As you guys make your way to the gates, there's a couple guards standing there with halberds. Halt! What's your business?
We've come to enter the town.
Huh, well, if you come to enter the town, I need to see your papers. And he holds out his hands.
One moment, they're in the back of the cart, and I head to Anara. I'm like, I need you to forge some papers.
And she looks at you and she's like, okay, what do I need to write?
A doctor's note saying something to the effect of, we've been passed and cleared.
All right. So she says it's going to take about 20 minutes to forge one of these. At which point the guard's like, it shouldn't take that long for you to get your papers. I just need to see them to verify you've been cleared, and then you can go. Otherwise, I need you to turn the fuck around and get the fuck out.
Oh, it looks like we left him back at camp. We'll just come back.
Very well. And then they stand back at their post as you guys turn the cart around. How far off do you go to allow Anara to do the
Is there
forgery?
anybody else, like, town folk? So we saw people come on the way in, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to go ask one of them what's the doctor's name.
He would like to accost one.
I would not like to accost one. I would just like to ask them politely, what is the doctor's name?
All right. So as you leave, Jeff, you sort of pull up towards some of these common folk, and you ask them, "What is his name?" Doctor. I don't really know what everyone just calls him, the doctor, but he lives over that way, and she points towards this general location.
Okay. I would like to go that way and see if I can see his name outside of his house, like on his like a posted advertisement.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
I'm also gonna speak up. Perhaps we should visit this doctor anyways for that note that's to be forged, if we can see what his note looks like and match it, rather than just procuring one of our own. He might
excellent
he might have a
idea.
particular style and manner in which he writes it.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys turn around and go down this alleyway, and as you come, you see this opening, and on the other side is a rather illustrious looking mansion. There are guards posted at each entrance as well as on the perimeter. There are guards walking around, and whoever lives here is very wealthy, obviously. But you look on the front of the door and it says the doctor.
Oh, okay. Is there any guards around?
There are a lot of guards around, as I just said.
Yeah, they're everywhere basically.
Jeff would like to accost the doctor.
I would like to go up to one of the guards and ask, how do we make an appointment?
Well, he kind of looks you over. How sick are you?
Oh, I'm not sick. I just want to get into town. I heard you have to have a note.
So you're one of those. Okay. He pulls out a scroll, opens it up, and he's like, well, looks like he's got openings on Thursday and looks like a Tuesday. Today's Friday. Well, he could probably see you now.
Okay, sounds good.
And he's like, follow me. and he leaves his post, which one of the patrolling guards comes and takes. So you notice that they're pretty well organized for whatever routine they end up doing. They swap roles to fill the void whenever needed. And he has you walk up this staircase, and once he gets to the top, he opens up the door. He's like, Doc, do you have you got room in your schedule for an appointment with he starts counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7, 8 folk. Oh, I think I could do that. Do they have money? You got money?
Yeah.
But do you have money? Like a lot of it?
I'd say so.
Okay, well, because if you don't, oh boy, that bill's going to cost you more than just the money, too. Yeah, they got money, Doc. Perfect, send them in. Right this way. And he
Well,
opens up the door.
Are we all going in, or?
If you want to ask about it, you can.
I mean,
Well-
yeah, I guess.
Could-
All of you are going to have to get checked out regardless, so... Not just one
Right,
of
but
you
I
having
mean,
papers to get you all in. Each one of you's got to be detailed.
Well, I meant the whole take turns. That way, a couple people at the caravan still.
Oh yeah, if you want to leave somebody at the caravan, that is fine. Okta, Nishan, and Anara all hang out at the caravan.
Isn't Anara the one that has the forgery?
Yeah, she needs
Correct.
to come with us.
Okay,
So
you
I
guys
think
say,
she
Anara,
should-
you come with us. The rest of you stay here. And she's like, okay. And then she follows you guys up. And then after they're done, those two can go get their papers, and then you guys should be able to get into Cragstorm easy as pie. And with that, we will end our session.
Okay.
As you guys walk into the doctor's mansion, and he closes the door. So,
Sounds good.
yeah. Because it went... Yeah, we almost got to... almost got you into Cragstorm, but there's one thing...
Good session, guys. Good session.
Yeah. That is a good one.
Where were you the whole time?
Yeah, where
I
was
was
he?
watching. I really enjoy watching you guys bumble around.
It is
And
quite
breathe-
fun.
And breathe acid breath.
Yeah, I didn't expect you to turn into an acid-breathing monstrosity of doom.
I just wanted to scare them, but they didn't run away, so I'm like, god damn it.
You didn't give them the chance, really.
Oh, I thought they would just run. Well, I mean, I was only going to kill like one or two of them, and then everyone kind of like rolled up. I'm like, uh-oh. Well, I guess since we're here.
I guess since we're here, I'll
Yeah,
just
right,
kill you
yeah.
guys too. Yeah, that's fine. Let me eat your arm real quick. Oh, you bled out. That's interesting.
I
Okay.
was... You know how like thieves, you like cut off a hand?
Well, yeah.
I was doing the same thing. But like, you know, you could probably still like...
But you know, with the arm.
Probably still like take a password, like be like a highwayman with like a stump hand with like a knife on it. So I thought maybe just take out this whole like from the elbow down. We can't really like, you know.
Yeah, true. But, you know, them
Yeah.
making death saves or them getting knocked unconscious and you automatically critting when you attack. That doesn't do too well to keep them alive. That's for sure.
I just wanted to like take my claw and like just cut it off, but then you
You said your mouth.
Did I thought I just
You said I
take
want to
my
eat
claw.
his arm.
Yeah, you dude.
Initially.
Like,
Yeah, I said,
You
I'm
didn't
like-
correct yourself. You're like, well, I still take the arm.
just the entire arm, the whole ass arm.
No,
Nah.
from the elbow down.
Yeah. Had you said with your claw, it would have been probably the same effect. Except for he
Aw.
would have bled out instead of just, you know, heart stop.
It was
I,
very.
I probably would have just killed him anyway.
Yeah, but
Come on, guys.
I was gonna say the
you
same
gotta
thing.
Kill everyone.
I
Mur-
was trying.
Our
to-
group
to-
is a bunch of murder hobos. That's
No,
why.
no. I was trying to change the
Tell that to my
ways.
cousin, man.
I follow a strict code, okay?
well, yeah.
There's just a lot of people that fall into that category.
I was just trying to change their ways
I mean, my
by
guy doesn't have a code, but
preventing them from killing.
Making
He
it
still had the
impossible
same-
for them to do so again. Yes, I understand.
Yes.
Okay, my guys still have the same thought process though. Like, keep other people about that do harm, or get rid of them. Get rid of them.
It is a very good decision.
You could argue it's a solid point,
Yeah.
to just live that way in general.
All right, I'm gonna end my stream real quick. Be right back. Hopefully you guys had a good old time, and we will see you next time. Peace.